You can hop in too if you want. There's 4 mics, so I plan to hop out if we get it going. Cody said he would guest host this episode. Hey, it's Cody. Come on in, Cody. Here, you want this? Yeah.
I didn't really agree to be on the podcast.
Give it up for your host, guest host, Cody Hughes.
Hello. Welcome to Home Planet. Away Planet. Oh, I have to host. I have to actually host? Okay, hey guys, we're at the Orange Peel. I'm guest hosting Ryan's podcast. You might be asking why. That's because he has other stuff on his mind. He's hosting a benefit gig at the Orange Peel main stage tonight, and he probably has stuff to do while I'll just be lollygagging until I go up first. I'm going first. Michelle said I could pick the order, so I'm going to go first.
Okay, do you know where the light is?
Oh, really? Seriously? You going first?
No.
Okay. Because that was not the order that I saw in the...
No, but she said the order's still up in the air for someone else to choose. How what's
you look like a deer in headlights right now.
I'm very scared.
I feel like one.
I forget how this usually starts. Usually there's some
I can start it off.
Jingle jangle. No?
Yeah. Okay.
Usually there's some jingle jangle music while there's some Scanner Darkly graphics going on.
Yes.
And then we just sort of phase into a story. So Christian, go ahead with a story.
With a story?
What's a highlight of the hurricane for you?
Oh man, they're gonna clip this out of context for a political ad. I'm glad that it wasn't like the 6 months of darkness that I was ready for. Like, here we go again, another one of these hurricanes, and. I don't know. My time in Nashville has been so weird because, like, great, I got displaced from home because of gentrification, and now I'm here. But then I got priced weirdly into safety because, like, I had to move a little further each time, and I'm like, at least I survived. I'm in my own little community here having a cookout, just sort of kissing the ground, happy that we're all here today because the whiplash of how this whole situation escalated is still weird.
Yeah, because you don't expect it to happen because we're in the mountains.
We're in the mountains.
You go, if I had to, like,
right.
Obviously, billionaires are buying up places out west in, like, the Nebraskas of the Montanas of the world, a.k.a. Montana. And so, but you go, well, if I had to pick, like, a poor person's place to buy up, it'd be the Appalachian region. We're a little bit out of the grip of climate, and it's not the case.
Can't I just live in a little town? Is that too much? Is that too much?
Yeah, because Puerto Rico, I mean, hurricanes, that's a thing.
Yeah, I have memories of me just like being carried, and I'm open my eyes up. Everyone's like flooded up to their waist. I sleep until I'm indoors and play with Legos again. Like people like in my college, like it's always rainy and foresty, and so there's people would just kayak to class through the parking lot, and it was one of those situations of if this ancient Spanish man can get to class on 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day, you better be there too. Like that's the level of you gotta get to class strict.
Oh, was it your like professor like sort of performing survival? Like is he in the kayak as a gag?
I mean, God rest his soul, just like an almost like magical being, just sort of like floating there, always dashing and just always on. Here's how infamous the class was. There were bootlegs of the session, so people could listen to them. I'm sorry, this is getting way too into like college nonsense.
No, this is perfect. This is how it starts. It just
But yeah, kayaks. Here, I guess actually here, what's the usual like? Oh no, I have to get somewhere, but there's a hazard because of nature. I'm guessing it's snow.
It's snow,
ice,
and I always felt it was a little sneered at because the snow, at least in Hendersonville, would like disappear pretty quickly, but we'd still have days off from school, but people be like, well, it's icy up on Mount. Bye, Emily.
You'll have to go in.
Yeah, this is a very short mic cable.
I just there was always like, well, it's icy up on Pinnacle, and I always thought that was a little joke about like, you know, I thought it was like snide. I thought people were saying that as a snide thing, and then I grew up and I was like a flower delivery boy for my mom, and I would have to take flowers
It's so good.
up Mount Pinnacle,
But we need
and
a
I was
mic
like, oh
check.
no, this is like dangerous. Like,
Oh, that mic check.
That mic check.
Oh, should I go do it?
You want to go
Yeah,
do it?
yeah, I'll do it.
You're
Do
the
it.
host.
we're doing mic check.
Be behind
Okay.
the scenes.
All right, Cody, what were you saying?
I was just saying, when I was a kid, I didn't realize how dangerous the mountains were as someone a little further down the mountain.
Right.
Because we would have school canceled even, and they would feel like, why is school canceled? The roads are pretty clear. And
Right.
people would be like, no, up the mountain, it's
Yeah.
bad. And we're like,
Yeah.
sure it is. And it is.
The county has to, all the schools have to be able to operate or shut down at the same time. And like where we are, we get some of the bad stuff, and there's a couple other of the schools in the district that get bad stuff. But then it's like all these kids.
Sort of perplexed
school.
as to why there's no school.
Yeah.
And it does get like boring after a while. It's always exciting to have like
Yeah.
2 days off from school.
Well, kids aren't like when we grew up, like, because these days they don't get time off. They've gotten time off with everything going on now.
Right.
But they don't have, everybody has to do, ever since COVID, if you have a snow day, that is a day where you are working from home on your,
Oh, right. The technology has advanced such
Right.
that you have to sort of still show up for
You-
school.
yes.
I don't know how this is going to fly on the podcast.
Ryan is doing a sound check. This is amazing.
We're doing sound check. That's actually why I'm hosting. I didn't realize it's so loud in here.
You've got to be on your own podcast, Ryan.
There's a free seat over there in Miranda if you want to hop into the pod. The cables on the end are extra short.
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know.
Well, I can hand over my cable.
Hey, this is the sound check.
We'll fix this in post, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this will be fixed in post for sure. None of this will make it on air.
So to,
Try not to trip.
Nobody trip.
Trip over there than up here, so if you do need to trip. We good?
I think there's just going to be a lot of reintroductions.
Yeah. Miranda Allison, I called you
Miranda.
mostly ghostly on the air yesterday. I'm like,
That'll
I
do
just
it.
do people's Instagram handles now. That's all y'all
So
are
if
to
you
me.
saw a little bump in your followers,
Oof,
it's
yeah,
Michelle.
yeah. I did that for you, man. Slumber party bump.
Michelle handed out your ad.
That's so funny. Everyone does that. Everyone thinks it's mostly ghostly.
But it's not.
It's not. It's most ghostly.
most ghostly.
But it just. I think it fits better in people's
Well,
brains, and they like the idea of it
Mostly
rhyming.
Ghostly was actually a group in some, not cartoon, but kind of like a middle-aged kids group that was cool. I can't remember, but I saw it on something. Oh, I'm really good. But I
thought it was
remember
like a
seeing,
Goosebumps
mostly
thing.
ghostly, and ever since then, it's like, because that was the name of
Yeah.
their group.
It's like
It was
a
mostly
band in
ghostly.
Scooby-Doo.
It is.
Yeah,
how
something like that.
You
Did
know
I guess?
exactly.
It is exactly that?
That it's like
That's
exactly that.
amazing.
It's like that level of Scooby-Doo-ness type
Yeah.
kids
It's a
solving
deep cut
crimes.
in the Scooby-Doo wiki.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, all the comedians, we have too many followers, and I think that's the personal opinion that we all hold. So it's
You have
nice
too many
because
followers?
too many followers. So when people mess up the name, it's good because I'm trying to, just
Right.
stay
Niche,
Right.
stay
ground
niche,
level.
stay
Yeah.
boutique.
Yeah.
You don't want to start influencing.
No, I don't. Yeah,
No.
I don't want people to.
No, I just want 3 weird guys to like my stories forever.
Oh,
I think you got that.
we have
Yeah.
the same 3 guys. I think.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
How's work?
Oh, I just went back to work today, which is good.
What do you do?
I'm a nanny. I take care of
That's right.
local children in need of childcare.
If their parents are rich enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not needy children.
Please,
ma'am, will you be my nanny?
Yeah. No, it's sweet because you don't have I'm sorry, my brain is broken, but yeah, I just got and I have some shifts for next week, so maybe some routine is coming, maybe like some normalcy. And
nice. Do you make them food?
I have done that. Yeah. I would include that as a
cut
part
off the bread of sandwiches for them?
I think most of what I do is I just put chicken nuggets in a toaster oven for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Children are so picky to cook for. I honestly hate it.
Especially rich children. Because then there's stuff that might not be in the house at the moment that they really want.
Well, I mean, at least you just text a parent and she like Instacarts it to the house, right?
Yeah.
So that's good on the rich side.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But they're like, this chicken noodle soup isn't how my dad makes it. And I'm like, no, this is how Mr. Campbell makes it.
Nice.
Yeah, Mr. Campbell has a little more expertise than your dumb father.
Your dumb father has probably been ripping it off from Mr. Campbell for years.
These are udon noodles.
Dude, they do. Their pantry is stacked. That's the second best part of the job, is just eating for free.
Yeah.
Do you think they notice?
Oh, absolutely.
You put
There's
a
no
big
way they
dent?
couldn't. Yeah. I'm like, I dropped it on the floor.
Oh.
I'm like, that was a
I
whole
had to
lasagna.
redo a whole new meal because the dog got it. Do they have a dog? You get blamed.
Yeah, I accidentally stoned the dog with chamomile tea.
No, no.
Did you know you can do that?
Get the dog stoned or stoned?
Yes.
So what was the dog? I once got a pet pig of mine drunk accidentally. We were playing cards and one of my beer bottles fell over and she drank it all up.
Ooh.
And then the next day I found her in her pillowcase in the backwards. She was so like for real drunk. It was weird, you know.
Oh my goodness. You missed all the shenanigans? You only found the evidence?
I mean, I tried to clean it up and then the next day she was fine though. She was fine.
I think, if I had a pet pig, I definitely want that to be one of my experiences.
Yeah.
Do you still have a pig?
No, I've had 3. I had 1 when I lived in New Orleans, and then 2 when I lived here out in Caruso, and Violet and Paco, and they were siblings from 2 different litters.
How long did you keep them?
Very smart. Many years. I had a house on Louisiana, North Louisiana, and they had an ordinance that said my pigs were too close to the neighbor's house. And so I sold my house and moved out to the country with them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My heart is touched.
Yeah, thank you.
My parents
God.
are afraid of pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of the dog.
They'll eat you.
Yeah, that's
if
what
you
they're
die.
afraid of. There's like a lot of British crime dramas where the plot revolves around
Any animal is going to eat you if you die in its space.
You just throw it into like a pig pile, and they'll get it done for you.
But they won't eat you while you're alive.
Who
You ever woke up with a pig nibbling on your?
We used to sleep with Violet in the bed with us. I'm talking about when I was married, and it was like having another human in bed with you. And you know, she was really sweet and funny, and she was, she was litter box trained.
Sorry. Yes, she was really sweet and funny. I'm like, what was her favorite book? What kind of movies did she like?
Well, I mean, she was like a toddler. She was.
They're very smart.
Could sit
trying to show you memes on its phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I get it.
It was very good. It was good. So, yeah.
I love those stories of somebody with a pet snake waking up and the snake is like sizing it up. You know, because they'll line up next to you in bed and stretch out to see if they can get as long as you.
Oh,
if they're the size yet to eat you. Because it takes them quite a while to get big enough to actually be able to.
Snake?
We used to when I was, but it was a corn snake.
Oh. They're sweet.
But we also had just too many gerbils. So that was kind of an
too many
ecosystem.
mice.
It was a closed loop.
Yeah. Did they start eating each other?
I mean,
Sounds
this
like a
gets
one-way
dark
street.
quickly. What?
I don't know. Do gerbils eat snakes or do just snakes eat gerbils?
they line up.
They do a
at the
little Lady and the
buffet.
Tramp.
I used to have too many mice, and so I used to go to the pet store and sell them back to where they had them.
Right.
And it wasn't till like years later, and I was like, oh, mine are all so white, and theirs are so yellow, dingy, And I'm like, well, someone will want these mice, and I did not realize what they were doing with the mice until years later.
Yeah.
And then I was just like,
oof.
I mean, they were. I had a boy and a girl, and they were busy. So
Yeah, we had like the boy hamster or whatever got into the ladies' tank.
Through a little
Cage
plastic tube.
No, we have literally no idea how he got in there, but just had all the babies.
All the babies.
So yeah, but I mean, the snake loved those frozen pet store mice also. So
Yeah. I mean,
So
back
they
in the day,
went
they
to a
would give
good
me like
cause.
a quarter for each one. I was a kid. It was like, yeah, it was so stupid. But I did need to humanely get rid of them. And I don't have a problem with snakes. So I was just like, well, okay, the circle of life. And I didn't attach to them. I was just attached to the two parents, really. And then it got too much.
So we've covered being eaten by your pets eating each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about eating your pets? I don't know how country y'all may have grown up, but like it was chickens for me.
Yeah. Was that hard?
Yeah.
Ish, but also I was sort of like, I'm a little Catholic baby who's starting to form a conscience. What's normal?
Yeah.
That's my pet. That's my dinner.
Yeah.
The chickens, I mean, we had goats and chickens growing up.
Goats.
The chickens weren't personally, like, they didn't have names and personal relationships with us. But the goats, that was like, oh, we got to eat Loki, we got to eat him.
Oh, no. But didn't the goat provide milk?
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to keep them very
Or
healthy.
the goat could mow the lawn.
They will do that.
And so that's a reason not to eat Loki, which is
Yeah,
awesome
yeah.
name. Actually, awesome name
Yeah.
for
How
Goats
do
are like
white
dogs.
Southerners prepare goat? Because I've been to
We
Caribbean
had, like-
restaurants and I've had nice goat curry.
Oh, yeah. No,
but
I mean,
wonder how your family cooked them up.
well, we sent it to like the M&M meat locker, right? And just got
Mhm.
all the different cuts. But my dad had this like meat grinder on the counter that was like the size of an elementary school pencil sharpener. And we would
Mhm.
have to process full animals through that tiny little. Yeah, it took so long. Like we would just.
Would that be like grinding the?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
you
it's
got
just sorry.
some life behind
Yeah,
you.
I'm a vegan.
That is, yeah, right. I'm a mostly vegetarian. I've been mostly vegetarian my whole life, and then
mostly vegetarian.
But then at some point, I think it
Your
was.
Instagram handle?
Brand change.
Don't worry, I'll get it out there wrong for you. So we won't get any followers on that one. But yeah.
Did you have? You had names for your chickens?
Yeah.
No. Well, it
You
was,
knew not to name them.
yeah, because I'm also like, wait, whose chicken is this one? Do I
Right.
get to name it? And also,
So that's the good thing about chickens.
I don't know. I feel like to give him a name also like suggested that I own them, and I'm like, they're the ones like they'll square up against me. Like they're chickens, they're not chicken.
I hate those
So-
motherfuckers.
But they're so nice.
You hate chickens?
I hate them. God, ugh. God, they stink. They're nasty. They're
Do you-
mean.
oh, you
They're
don't eat eggs,
delicious.
so you're yeah. And you're vegan,
Ugh.
vegan. That's hard.
Mm.
You're vegan, vegan?
Yeah. What kind? What? Yeah.
Because
It's
don't
hard.
you have to like? Doesn't that mean like if there's eggs in something?
Yeah,
like a
you have to
cake,
really-
You can't eat that.
I don't understand eggs though, because it would go to waste otherwise. So I feel like
Right.
we're like like if
They're
a chicken's
gifts.
just like laying it around, it's like, oh, I can probably upcycle that ovary and then
My-
just eat.
No, it's actually the chickens. They'll eat the unfertilized eggs, and it's really good for their personal health. So
Oh.
We can't eat them.
yeah, no, you can. You can. Feel free to. Actually, I would encourage it since you seem really excited about it.
Oh, I like eggs. Do
I don't know.
you eat
I
eggs?
feel like every
I eat eggs.
Yeah.
I like eggs.
And even my daughter, who is vegetarian and pretty strict, I mean, she's absolutely 100%. She grew up with a pig as a playmate, but hi,
Gosh,
Roman.
I'm so
Roman.
jealous of that. That seems exceptional.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
She loves animals. And
I
we
wish
have
someone
animals
loved me
around.
as much as you loved your pigs. Would they would
I
sell
love
their
you.
house and
I
move to
love
the
you
country
as much
for
as
me?
I loved Violet.
Oh
And
my goodness.
Paco
Let's
and
go, girl.
Priscilla.
Let's get a house in the
Yeah.
country.
Right?
Let's do it.
I would not let a chicken near you.
I'm probably way funnier than that pig was.
Yeah.
Give me
Oh,
room
you're
for
so
your-
much
I have a better
funnier.
taste in movies, probably.
You want a mic?
Are we done?
I am terrified of this cord situation.
Oh. I feel stuck. I feel like I should be out there doing something like something, but I don't. I don't have to do that because this is all
You get
like
to
a fun
sit-
show.
Yeah, you get
Just
to sit
fun.
back and relax.
It's for fun.
What's the other ones aren't for fun?
the other ones? I love. I love. It's a great question. I love watching comedy. I love watching all of y'all. But it gets stressful when you are dealing with tickets at the door to make sure y'all get paid what you're
Right.
worth, and so there's like a lot of stress that gets in there. But the actual night of the show, I can usually just forget it and just tune in to what everyone is saying and what the audience is feeling, and just kind of, it's like watching, a sport in some way of seeing how people are performing and how the audience is reacting, and it's fun. I have a good time.
Yeah, I think anything can be a sport if you just if you see it.
Well, I think more like golf. I think of comedy like
comedy
golf.
is golf.
Yeah, because
I like this.
you work on your swings, you work on your material, but then when you get out playing golf, you've got wind
And the claps are really
factors
quiet.
and rain and whatever else might come up, and the clappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the golf claps.
What do you think? Do you think comedy is like golf?
I like that. I like it. It's like a solo sport, but
Yeah.
you're doing it against people. I don't know. I guess they're all like that. There's no defense.
Yeah,
There's no
Right.
in golf. There's
Exactly.
Just, you're not
there's no back and forth.
right. You're competing against your friends, your lovely friends.
Yes.
But
You're having a
not,
good
like-
time in a cart with them. as
You can't make them
roll
do
around.
worse just because you do good,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
unless you switch out their clubs.
Oh.
Clubs. Okay, so I guess then like it'd be like if it's a golf thing, like the deeper you are in the holes, so to speak, the fewer like it's harder to get through a set in one joke. Like you can't get a hole in one once you get up to like 20 minutes. But like at first of like, you know what I mean? Like the fewer strokes. Like if I can get through this with the fewer jokes of they're just having fun, that means I'm I'm doing well instead of a million strokes to get. You know what I mean? I don't golf.
No,
I don't
I
even
know what
drive.
you're saying. Yeah. I mean, that is the thing, is that you play it your own way and you have your own goals. And yet when you're actually in a game or in a whatever, you have audience, and the audience, you have to work with it, but it's an unknown factor every time you go out there.
Yeah.
You know how things sometimes, especially with open mics, can turn a certain way. If one comic in an open mic like hits on a certain topic, then every other comic that comes out there will be hitting on it in their own way, and that could be a good thing or a not so good thing. Depending on the topic.
Depending on the topic.
Sometimes we just won't let it go.
But open mics are how I remember what material I have too. Watching other comics do their material about a certain thing, you go, "Oh, I had that joke 4 years ago." Not the joke they're currently doing.
Burn.
Oh, I wrote
No, but that topic
I wrote
you
that
were.
first.
Oh, that's my joke.
But starting
Yeah.
out, that really puts you through that crucible of like, I'm new here. Let's say this is the big mic of whatever city you're in. If I'm 35th truth, that means there's going to be 34 other people that might be touching on like something that this will be funny, which means that by the end you have to be like, what do I have left that's just me? Like the stuff that no one else could
that's
just
great.
arrive to.
I think that you do that and are aware, puts you in a level that some comics, newer comics or whatever, don't even think that way, where you're like, what can I do where it's just me? So I'm not. But then, a lot of the times it's fun because it's callbacks. It really depends on the topic.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think the Christian method's probably a little better for
The Christian method?
Yeah.
that's you.
You.
What's my method?
Don't do stuff that's already been
Love
touched on
and
tonight.
peace.
And love also. No, just like do stuff because there are instances where like you see other people doing stuff that you felt is like very personal to you, and then like somebody else writes a joke about it because they saw you do it and they're like, oh, I could write a joke about that topic. And it's not necessarily bad, but
yeah.
it's like
really,
they are biting my style.
You can really like that's one of the good things of going to comedy consistently. Like once you start to like develop a lens for it, you can be like, that person's talking from a place of here's a weird insight,
Right?
Versus, hey, isn't everything dumb? Am I right? It's like, oh, those are two different like attitudes to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Cody, I remember some of your early jokes.
That's so embarrassing.
No, it was the shooting ducks.
Yeah, that's
Do you still do that
I
whenever?
don't do that joke. I sort of remember it, but
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
I
too
only
much.
like I have
Do it.
it's so weird because I visually remember it, not auditory. I can see just like ducks.
Mm-hmm.
I see you at Pulp on stage.
Doing that.
And you
Duck
developed
joke
it.
again.
Well, you developed it so much that it went different places when you were doing like you did with all your jokes, but it's colorful in my mind. Like I see the bright yellow of the rubber ducky in the row, and he's going to be shooting him, and something about college.
Something about college, yeah.
Yeah.
There's only so many topics you have at any certain point in your life. That I always think that like at any given point in my life, there's only 3 things I'm ever talking about at one phase of life. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm just talking about the mental hospital, and probably not much more than that, which is
it's
a
a lot.
deficit.
In
It's a lot.
itself.
That was the bummy part. I was like, oh, if I want to get better at comedy, I'm going to have to like have new experiences and stop hanging out with the same people and doing
you
the
ever
same
look
things.
for jobs like which hell job would be funny to like get a few
Yeah.
months and then dip?
Well, I sort of felt that way about the mental hospital, and then you get feedback that you can't do certain stuff about the mental hospital, and that's like, oh, okay, well, this was a mistake. And then
You
you're
can't even have
7 months
like,
in.
Yeah, you have to wait 5 years
You have
before
to wait 5 years to add all my mental patient friends on Facebook. That's the rules.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
that
God.
was how it was in Trails, and I was like, why would I want to add mentally unstable children to my personal
But they tried
online
to add you, right?
experience?
No?
I
Okay.
don't-
I don't know who the rule is for. Yeah, it's like
one of my daughter's friends added me and is now on like my Facebook and Instagram and everything, and I forget that she's on there. And so, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to have children on my face, like
this
my
is
profile. Like,
inappropriate.
this is not really okay.
That's how I feel about
Should be-
parents on mine. I love that PD
Yeah.
said that a couple of days ago. He posted that he left Facebook in the great parent migration of 2012. And I was like, yeah, that's when we left, because I don't want
That's
anybody's
so funny.
parents seeing anything that I ever think or feel.
Yeah. And I don't, I have no interest in knowing all my daughter's Instagram handles or, because
Go be free. Go be free.
yeah, be free. And she's already a safe person. Like, she makes sure she's in, like you take
Oh,
care of yourself in
girl.
your safe spaces.
That's so nice of you to say.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. You do.
Oh
though.
yeah, I do.
I'm. Yeah, you take care of yourself, and so my daughter's the same way, where she'll take care of herself, which is such a nice.
The goal
thing,
is
not
the parent,
to worry.
right?
Huh? It is.
It's like you're making like a self-sufficient.
Except for she's never going to leave the house.
That's fine.
Yeah. She's
Yeah, you
like,
don't
I don't
want
want
her
to
to
leave.
You don't want to leave.
I don't want to go to college.
She's saving so
No.
much time and money.
Yeah.
She's killing it.
But she knows what she wants to do. She does voiceover. She does cosplay, and she's got plans for what she wants to do.
yeah, if she's found her groove, then that's awesome.
You know what? It's doors. I'm gonna have to leave this party. But
All
y'all
right,
keep it
send
going.
Roman
Awesome.
over.
And
All right.
Red
I'm gonna
Rover.
send
I'm gonna
Roman.
use her exit to exit myself as well.
Okay, but send Roman over. Bye, y'all.
When I went to get this drink from the co-op, I almost cried because the card machine asked me debit or credit.
And it's been so long.
I just my brain.
This is what money is. I don't have real money. I have fake money based on the bank's faith in me. The bank's misplaced faith in me.
I was like, are we still not doing free food as like a county?
Oh,
or
that's what. That'd be funny to like wave over
Just take
somebody.
whatever you, come on over here.
Do you remember last week when I could get free food? That's not a thing anymore. Oh, things have gotten that much better?
But there's different
Right.
kinds of free, which is what I wasn't prepared for. There's like supplies out, take what you need, and then there's like $15 donation for these. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a little. I thought we were going free. My bad.
That's great.
No,
That's
I mean
funny.
it's the peer pressure suggested donation free. It's like, you're getting the food. The food is being put in your hands.
And you still
you're
have the Asheville millennial impulse to like do
Tip
the good tip.
1,000%.
Tip 1,000%. You're like, I'm not really in the place right now.
What I'll do is I'll have $1 and I'll crumple it up to try to make it look like maybe $2, and then I just slide in really fast. but
$1
unfortunately-
and one Bible track that says it's
See, here's
$100.
where I have
Yeah.
questions. The gray line is like, hey, I'm here for a show. I'll have one ticket, please. And then they'll flip it around like tipping on a ticket. This is no longer the $12 activity I thought it was going to be.
Oh my
Now I have to
God,
pay
yeah.
40% more on the.
I was at the airport in Denver the other day, and it's very fun to see people from not this country who don't have a tipping culture. And I really admire them and envy them.
They're like, no.
They're like, what is this?
I hate this. Just stop asking me
What is
questions.
this screen? Move this screen.
Move it.
And then I'll be
Dude.
like, I'll tip for him.
Well, sometimes it'll be like, because it has the 3 different percentages, but I saw one that was like already like super, I don't know. It was
It starts at like
percentage-
25.
yeah, but it was like 35.
It started
And I was
at
like,
35.
Who the fuck is like, this is already a $12 JMO and soda.
I love paying with cash at White Duck to subvert them and make them angry. I still tip, but I know they get off
because
on
they don't
it.
do a single thing.
It's for the
besides-
people in the kitchen. You go, oh,
Yeah.
if it's for the people in
Yeah.
the kitchen, $1.
I want them to sweat out every bit of personality that they have. Yeah, I think that maybe I'm gonna start doing it too. And I mean, I know like there's like joke videos about this stuff, but maybe like as a nanny, I should just be asking for tips.
Yeah.
With a screen. Just have
Carry
like a little
your-
screen
Yeah.
with the 40%.
Have like a phone on a chain around your neck, and then
Yeah.
just like
Which percentage?
Your child pukes. Would you like to leave gratuity?
it's in your
They're
best
like,
interest.
wow, thank you so much for helping them clean the room. You are so welcome. Would you like that to be 20, 25, or 45% tip? Okay.
It did go off. It went off
Okay.
like 12 minutes ago. Yeah, fiddle with it.
You're in the web.
Oh!
No, that's okay.
Where'd everybody go?
Was everyone in my head, Cody?
We got it.
Sure. Oh, okay. Well,
We got it.
when we're on the news out of context, and it's
so it's been pretty hard for you. And I already asked what the highlight was.
for
The hurricane. Do you feel like you're more better adjusted to the sense of loss? Sorry.
No, you're good. A little bit. Like there's a lot of things when I ask questions of like, what do you guys shop for when there's gonna be a natural disaster? Because I think that's sort of like a universal question. People would tell me milk and bread, and I'm like, you think it's just gonna be like a day, huh? You're not prepared for like quick. As soon as you see it on the news, you gotta buy all the Vienna sausages, all of the non-perishables.
Canned
so
food.
I just sort of went into that sort of like survival, like break the bottle, like how long until we start hunting deer out there? But then the power came back, so I couldn't, right? But
yeah, no need for deer carcass. It has to go off? Okay. For sure. That's okay. Wasn't my idea. We're doing ghost stories.
Ooh.
I don't know. I try to like you've worked in mental health.
Redacted, but yes.
But do you find it, I don't know, it's sort of sometimes overwhelming for me and my senses and my I don't know, my nervous system, I would say. And I hope that I hope that it like pays off someday in the future where I'm getting yelled at in the street and nothing bad happens because I'm doing all the moves.
Yeah.
I'm doing all the conflict prevention, but right now it just feels bad.
Well, man, I don't know I don't know if this was the practice here, but you could have just worn your scrubs or something to like signal like I work in hell, everybody out of my way, I'm getting gas first.
Oh,
I don't know if that was the move here, but that's what I'm used to. Like if you work in health, you can just like fast pass Disney style.
That'd be so. I think that it's such like it's funny, but it feels like shitty to do when like you're not working that day. But it's like, let me steal a little valor. Let me do some day off stolen valor.
You're an off-duty paraprofessional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no Vietnam veteran hat for people who work in.
What are your credentials? I learned CPR.
Thank you for your service.
Second skill. I won't say anything else. That's all you need.
I need like a CPR class every month, in my opinion. I'm not retaining it.
I think of your baby bit every time CPR comes up.
Right, I forget. I think I put mine on the back table.
I'm here. All my stuff.
What color is it? Not me.
So you're missing a shirt. It's just not tied.
No, I was just wondering. I actually don't have a shirt. Yeah, the CPR, the baby CPR, 1.5 inches into the baby's sternum. I do remember it, but like, there's all the extra stuff of like the air pump into their, trachea ? And I just like, when the day comes that I encounter somebody with CPR, I hope I'm the third guy there.
Yeah, any training in any job I've ever had, from like OSHA to HIPAA, I'm just worried something's gonna happen when I'm there.
Yeah,
and then it's all downhill. Like, what was I supposed to do? Am I in trouble? Was that my department? What's going on? Did I 3 points of contact? I'm on the stairs the right way. Am I getting tested?
Exactly. Yeah, and I just found out there's more conflict prevention classes than the one I took. There's like different styles and ones that are like more hands-on. And the one I take does not feel adequate now that I've found out about like the other ones. Because like the one I took, they gave to all the hospital employees. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the class, they took the behavioral health people aside and they're like, hang back a second. And they taught us like a couple more moves. But apparently there's like a bunch of different styles of holds and conflict intervention and prevention.
That sounds intense.
It is intense. And then you go, oh, this is I don't know. Everybody praises the 3-day work week, and it's like, I could never go back. It's like, I could go back. If I'm working in a kitchen when no one else is there, that's a much better situation for me in terms of my well-being. Just to not be overwhelmed each day by people having the worst day of their life and then me trying to like get them towels.
Yeah, I hear that. And that's kind of, I guess, how I feel about like the back and the before for the usual schedule of I got to just draw, everyone leave me alone. Mm-hmm. And then at night, I'm gonna be around people screaming a lot of things. I just hope my screams are okay.
Yeah,
for the
that's
public.
that's sort of my problem.
Here's
with
the battery for people.
That was my problem with Root Bar, rest in peace, is that like it's like a dive bar, and then I get off like a 12-hour mental hospital shift, and then I go to a dive bar where people are acting exactly the same.
Damn.
And there's no role for me, and there's no like expectation of them, and so it's just like it's like a dream. It's like you're having a dream about the mental hospital where you can't like do anything. I don't know. What
You're getting Hannah Montana is your fear.
what?
You're getting Hannah Montana is your fear. You have a different wig. I'm a comic now.
I'm
It's
a
the same.
comic now. Right, exactly.
So what were you saying?
So are you still working at Redacted?
Redacted, but
You're so safe, and I'm the least safe person about all this stuff.
I always get so annoyed about everything, and I'm like, hold on, no. I shouldn't even market that. That's just like what I do, like on the Redacted. I just doodle all day and then tell
But it
jokes
doesn't
at
become
night.
part of your identity. It's like
I'll say this. It's since I was so like inward focused.
yeah.
Especially if you're just like at a desk working on like I'm gonna draw the little thing. It was interesting to have like a job that makes you work out your empathy muscle because like it's so easy to just like get tunnel vision on a thing that you're making because then you have and also telling jokes at people and wanting something back. So having like a real like
It's all about them.
like doing a plus I mean fortunate for me because I just love listening. I get nervous if I have to talk, so it's I don't know, it really does I'm doing something not for me.
Yeah.
And that fear, that's when I worked in retail, the part that like, oh, I love that like you're being honest with me, but I can't give you any I can't like tell you like sorry to hear about that, would you like to buy something, and like it's the selling part that I didn't like of my job. The helping people part was fun. Like,
Right.
What do you need? Aisle 17, baby.
Right. Pure customer service to a psychologically damaging extent, in my opinion. That's other people with other opinions. Do you do you have a timeline for getting back to the drawing?
Ish. I'm not sure if there's mold at my studio, which means I'm currently viewing it like a storage wars situation. I'm already like, okay, worst case scenario. Worst case, I'll just scan things and then have to toss them. I think maybe I'm just a little noited. I think it'll be fine. But in the meantime, I'm just drawing from home and trying to not get sleepy. So now I'm just sort of sharing the space because like I want to draw. That's also the table that we're doing to make homemade apple chips. So now it's like a Willy Wonka situation. Shout out apples. What a great fruit.
Are you dehydrating them? You have a dehydrator?
I think so. I think we have two.
That's great.
Yeah, I was wondering what all the rumbling was about. I just saw the like guillotine of apples at home.
That's really cool. Yeah, it sort of encourages you, this sort of incident, this event, this hurricane sort of encourages you to be a little more, I don't know, off-grid minded, where you go, I'll learn how to dehydrate food if it means I don't have to go on to Publix on the first day it's open ever again.
Yeah, just go spear hunting in the vegetable
I'll learn
aisle.
to spear hunt if I never have to go back to Publix the day after a hurricane.
I think like I've been to Publix maybe twice ever, and I feel like so. I did it when I was quarantining. I did order from there once to like get some groceries and a little wine, and I got carded at my own front door, which is such a weird. You can't be a bouncer. Am I being kicked out of? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I'm the person inside the house.
Yeah,
Why do I have to like?
It's
have
already
my
here. Come on.
Come on.
That's a great workaround, though. That I guess they had to put that in place. Where you go? Are you 21? You go,
Oh, I stole my mom's phone.
Yeah, that's interesting. The future rules.
Does it?
The future rules.
Who's it ruling?
I'm trying to be optimistic.
Well,
about the end times.
we're sort of pick your apocalypse right now.
Mm-hmm.
Remember to vote. Pre-order your president.
Remember to vote. Can you vote? Are you allowed to vote?
Yes.
That's
I
great.
checked. I double checked, and I still have the something's gonna happen. But yeah, I was helping with I don't know if you've gotten the handwritten remember to vote sort of little postcards.
Mm-mm.
So people do this, I guess, and which means people are gonna be getting them from Asheville and be like, damn, y'all are still out here despite everything. I guess I should vote too, huh?
Yeah.
But they got progressively more threatening the more that I had to rewrite the same sentence, because it'd be hey, thanks for being a voter. Who you vote for is private, but whether you vote is public record. And that's the this is gonna make some people move immediately.
Mm-hmm. That's why. Yeah, that's very menacing.
It's very used to remember to vote. Anyway, toodles.
We'll be checking.
We'll be checking.
And then a little devil emoji.
And one of them's communism, the other one's the free market or something. I don't know.
You got Kamala Harris represents communism.
I got all my politics from movies and out of touch games. So
I'm the host. Hold on.
You're good. Everyone's, I feel like, fluttering about over there. We're holding this front door. For who? And for who?
For who? I hope people show up. That'd be a bummer if no one shows up. Do you see
the show, I'm
seats?
sure. Back here, I don't know who this is going to be for. What if, oh man.
What if it's just us having a good time? I would love that.
I hope it's a good time.
I would love a free show for my friends where I say my opinions and I get the benefit of the doubt that it's going to be funny one day. Nothing's joke shaped tonight, folks.
Just I could see what that's shaping up to be.
A couple of the nurses I work with are coming, which I'm a bit bummed about. Then they all ask me separately about it. They're like, "You have any shows coming up?" And I go, and I thought it was just I thought it was small talk, and then they put it in their phone, and it's that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I always try to glide around you just missed it, or I don't want to have. I feel like I'm. The pool is suddenly tainted of you're just gonna shriek at me. You ever have to really evaluate which of my friends know how to behave in public,
right?
Before I take them to work, which is also not what I'm looking to do. Just put my friend in the corner.
Well, one of the nurses that I work with came to the show at Day Trip, rest in peace, and man, it's a tough year. And they had like such a good time, and like I understand why they had a good time, but and then she's like, I want to come again sometime, and I'm like, oh, I think once a year is good. I think once a year is good for friendly acquaintance to come to see me do comedy. You know?
Yeah, I had one many moons ago.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh boy, one of my first, like, also a benefit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've done a few of them, but one of them, I guess that they didn't prep the crowd for comedy.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize until the last second, oh, someone just thought this would be fun to put here, and it didn't get communicated. So then I'm going up. I hear boos before I even get on stage.
Yeah.
And they're obviously waiting for the music to come back on, which, shout out, they were a great band, but they left all of the mic stands so I look like I'm trapped there in a bird cage.
Right.
And everyone's in the back waiting for this to be over. And in the front row, the only person was my manager. Like, it felt like one of these, like, I'm in my underwear at school, sort of.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, it's very nice that they're there, but it's like, can you, and then you're just like talking to them, and it's like, can you understand why this is bad?
And I'm like, listen, this will keep me humble whenever any joke lands ever again. This is what I'll remember what I've been through.
And so many of these people who come to our shows to see us individually are people who've like never been to a comedy show before, and you don't know how they think about comedy. And comedians think about comedy more than somebody who only sees comedy twice a year. And so you want to be able to contextualize it for them, but you also just want to be able to be good at it.
Yeah. I will say, though, at least in Nashville, because I remember when I first started seeing comedy around here,
yeah,
because we would have so many bachelorette parties with the matching wigs, when they would come through comedy, that would...
Getaway River Bar, rest in peace.
Like, whenever, like, the comic would see the bundle of wigs and say, that's my swing state. If I can make that table laugh, we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Miranda Ellison.
I think the matching wigs. I think that's beautiful for some reason.
And then they all.
I think it's really
too.
lovely. I was at Getaway once, and then the bride doesn't have a wig. I thought that was. I don't know. I'm really floored by really stupid gestures. I thought it was cool. It's cinematic, sort of.
I miss the setup, but I'm with you, I think.
Right? Bachelorette parties where they're all wearing wigs except for the bride. You go, I get it. And I don't get, there's nothing to get, but you're like, I get it.
Not even a different colored wig, like a real main character in a cartoon. Like that's
her. That's our girl.
That's the special one. Yeah, that's
colors.
That's the main character right there.
Then she pulls out a deck of trading cards.
I love the girls' trips that they're like, oh, just have a bridesmaid sash, and then everyone gets to wear it a different night. And then it's like, because they're so shameless with their Venmo. They're like putting it on every bathroom wall.
Every available surface.
Oh, I love it so much. And so I'll go into a restroom where it'll have like, oh, it's my bachelorette party. Here's my Venmo, and I'll just erase theirs and put mine.
There's no law against it.
Yeah.
There's no law against saying you're getting married for money.
They're not going to go back to the bathroom. They've already done it.
Right. Does that ever worked out for you?
I don't think so.
No.
But I like just to do it.
No, I love that strategy. It'd be funny if it was like a very male name. Cody Hughes.
That's my account. That's my dad. That's my dad's Venmo. I still use it. I can't wait to use my husband's Venmo.
Satire.
Do you think that you would, do you think that if you were in a relationship long enough and your partner was crazy enough that you would get a joint Facebook account?
No, I think that's one of the world's biggest red flags. Like if you're far enough in and it's too late.
I think it's a bad move, but I do like when it happens.
You like it for other people.
I like it for me. I think because I'm like, oh, they're not doing good.
But you would do it with your partner.
Would I do it with my partner? I think it would be fun because then I'd have somebody else to sort through my DMs for me.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, back off.
Right.
We're in a very rocky spot.
But I feel like when there's a husband-wife Facebook account, it's to keep the husband honest. It's not to,
right. Yeah.
It's not to ward off the dick pics.
Look, and isn't that just spectacular? Because, like, that's the part of sexism that just, gets me going. I love it. I'm like, yeah, dudes are philanderers, and women are always on it, being very moral and ethical.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't cheat, and that's
women don't
fact.
Cheat. That's statistics.
That's a fact.
That was a whole show. Hold on, Memory Unlocked. It was like it was like watching Cops, but for you remember when there was just this time in the late 2010s when they would just show that sort of TV for 6-hour blocks.
It's like To Catch a Predator, but it's To Catch a Husband.
Yeah, it's like cheaters and cops, and it was just that on TV for. Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy.
That is a very 2010.
Now it's just ridiculousness. There's a TV
they still
channel.
Do that?
There's a TV channel that just plays ridiculousness, and the patients love it. The patients at the hospital love ridiculousness.
Oh, look, MTV. Look, I'm doing it. Look, it's me.
Oh, wow.
Television.
Throwback.
Yeah, I wore this to babysit, and the 6-year-old was like, "What? Why does that say TV?" And I said, "We do not have enough time."
TV. Ah, yes.
It's like, I too enjoy television.
That'd be a good gag in a Willy Wonka reboot where Mike TV calls it where Mike TV gets shrunk
You're
down.
going, and then I'm going. So I need to go through the light and where everything is, so I don't run.
I do want to see that spin-off, I think, where he has to go through and live just in every different TV channel. Is that what you're saying? I love that.
Sorry.
It's like Chalk Zone, but for... If you had to live in every TV channel, you had to be on TLC and then Big Brother and then whatever.
Yeah, and you just had to sort of
it's
adapt to the milieu of the show.
Yeah, it's like you're surfing the web, but you're living the TV guide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do like that. It's like not X-Files, but the other one, Twilight Zone.
The other one.
The other TV show.
The other nighttime spooky one.
Is it filling up in there?
No, there's 4 people, I think, now.
Okay, 4 people.
I'm excited about this. It seems like I'm going closer to last, so I have a lot of time to download my personality from my late nap.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, I had to wake up early as heck to watch some children.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like already 4:30, and I was like, I'm very tired, and I knew better. You know better.
You know better. You shouldn't nap, even
You
if the bed's calling to you.
No, I mean, I think you need recovery time from a nap.
Right, and then you could get like a good night's sleep if you had like navigated around the nap, and then you go, and then after at 10 o'clock, I'm going home. I'm falling asleep. Woohoo!
That's not how I live my life. So I hate doing things all the time. Like, I guess transition anxiety is the main aspect of it. But once I'm there, like, I'll dread having to go to the Wednesday mic just because it's a lot of energy and people, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And then, but by the time it's over, I'm like, hell yeah, what's next?
Right.
You know? And because I have to transition back to going home. So I want to like, and then I just end up staying up too late.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
And that has nothing to do with alcohol, probably.
Right. It's just, no, you don't want to go sleep. Sleeping in is giving in.
I only like to sleep
Helen!
under the light of the sun.
Get on the mic.
No.
What numbers?
Just the, 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Get on the mic.
Come on, sit down.
I'm hosting
Hello.
Ryan's podcast.
Oh, it's Ryan's podcast.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Miranda's napping.
Yeah, and also living inside of TV shows.
Okay. Are they combined? Do you nap and dream about TV?
Yeah, I do love my dreams, but no. If you guys had to be in a show, what show would it be?
Rugrats.
Bluey.
Oh wow.
So we're just straight 5
That's so
to 7-year-olds.
wholesome. Oh my
demographic.
gosh.
I think it's less stressful when
Yeah.
it's just Bluey's dad making hamburgers in the bathtub.
It's just gentle parenting all day.
Yeah, just a soft rug to roll around on.
Yeah.
That's what I could do right now.
Right. Yeah, your dad's a toy maker.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Survivor, but now I'm like, why am I like this?
Yeah, why
like, I could
Survivor?
have
That's like
chosen
the
Bluey.
opposite.
Yeah, I could have chosen a nice chill
You have
time.
to fish with
Gosh.
a spear that you made. No, thank you.
I mean, I love Survivor, but I want the opposite of real life.
Yeah, so yeah, I really took a magical prompt and just really made
You're
it.
like,
be the
let's stick
hardest
me
for me.
into the same sort of stressful situation that I've sort of been feeling.
I want to have to use muscles I didn't know I had.
Maybe there's a storm.
That would be great. Yeah, for shivering in the cold.
Hey, Cody, would you be willing to run the lights tonight?
Yeah.
You're going last.
Oh, great.
So
I'm good.
you can
I mean,
stand in
as
the
long
back
as
of the room
light
and give people a
works, I
light.
think
Okay.
We'll talk about it a little more before it starts. So you got to just light everybody and then go up after Hillary at the end?
Okay.
Nice.
Where will the light
Thank you.
be given?
Wherever Cody will be.
I'm
Oh.
going to stand in the back. Back,
I think
stage
this is
left.
the back, but you think
Stage
that's
left.
the back?
Yeah, but yeah. Okay. This is a real talent show vibe. And then I run on stage, and then
What's that movie? Is it oh, it is fuck. I want to say it's a Princess Diaries, but I could be wrong, where they're at the beach and that popular girl sings Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. And there's like, but they have the show that they do,
Princess.
Princess Diaries.
Don't know it.
Really?
I
You
know
would
Princess
love it.
Bride.
You would
What's-
love the Princess
what's
Diaries.
Anne Hathaway in?
That's the one.
I'm the Anne Hathaway of actual comedy.
You are. You're the Princess Diaries of
And there's
comedy.
like a musical number?
There's a musical number. It's really good. I just memorized. I watched it over and over. There's like when you could finally like pause and rewind TV, and that's the number one thing I did with it was like study the lyrics to Cheetah Girls songs.
Do you think you're better for it?
The Cheetah Girl songs.
No, just how you spent your childhood doing things that didn't develop your
I
brain
think
at all.
it turned out okay. I think.
memorizing beats of the Princess Diaries?
Memorizing is a brain
That's true.
activity.
I'm sorry.
Exercise.
Boo, Cody.
I'm
So sorry, elitist, about what we memorize.
No,
but
I'm sorry.
I feel bad
I
about how
wasn't.
like into song lyrics I was.
maybe
as a
we're more
teenager.
Well, right, because you couldn't. It was so rare that you could actually get on the computer, look up the lyrics, and print them off. Like, so my thing was I would catch a sing along on the Disney Channel, and then I would have to transpose the words. Right, I would have to pause it, write down the lyrics, and then rewind to catch up with the groove.
because illiterate, or why?
No, just to make sure you're singing the right words.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
think I have.
That
Yeah,
was
my
a mean
my brain just like twists.
assumption. Just to take a minute to memorize it so you can.
Well, I was trying
Make
to be
a
cool
away
for the
message.
school bus.
Oh.
You know, we would have like little concerts in the school bus. Me
Ah,
and my
yeah.
annoying friend.
Yeah, we would sing the Kit Kat song.
The Kit
Break
Kat
me off
song.
a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Fancy
and it was
feast.
like the badass boy who did it, which was funny. He was leading the sing along at the back of the bus
Dude,
about Kit Kats.
the school bus was like a whole nother aspect. It was like, yeah, obviously we were all at school, but the school bus is where the real shit happened.
Yeah.
I miss the school bus. I tried to be cool and like hop, I put my hands on both sides of the seat and tried to like jump over one of the older kids because they wouldn't move. They were being rude. And
Yeah.
I slipped and I just landed in their lap. And I've never been so mortified before or after. I think that was one of the most embarrassing moments in my life.
I only rode the bus to track meets. And
Right.
then one time on the way back from a track meet, one of the older boys, I asked him to push up the window because I was cold, and then he made fun of me. But then later he accidentally swallowed his dip and he threw up, and I didn't make fun of him, and I hope he learned his lesson.
Well, you missed your opportunity,
Yeah.
is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, really turned the tables, and I didn't. Everybody just, yeah.
Do you think about it now with regret or pride?
I was thinking about it the other day.
It haunts me.
Yes,
I think
I was
about it
thinking
every
about
day.
it
It's my morning
yesterday or the
routine.
day
I get my
before.
coffee. I think about the school bus track meet situation.
The bullies got a lot more grace for some reason because no one else was a bully. And so, like, when they had moments of vulnerability, nobody was, like, down their neck.
Who
and
does
neck.
that sound like today?
No, but you know that they're
Who
bullying
does that sound
themselves.
like? It's not you. I'm talking about politics, baby.
Politics, baby.
What bully doesn't get their fair comeuppance today? I don't know.
That's true. Mr. Donald J. Trump.
On the bus,
Clip
No,
it.
the coach. Duh.
the coach.
Just kidding. Yeah.
I had a bully me, and my reaction, I just reached up and pinched his cheeks real hard and wouldn't let go, like a little
When you
crab.
landed in his lap, you pinched his
I was
cheeks?
bullied a lot on the school bus. There were
Was this
many
the same
bullies.
instant? Oh, different.
No,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
this was maybe 2 or 3 years later.
because I think that would have worked with the whole lap
God,
thing.
I just lashed onto those cheekbones, man. Oof. And he's like screaming, like, "Get her off of me!" And I'm like, "Brr," like I wouldn't. Very younger sister. Defensive strategy.
I was never like aggressively bullied by boys or in general, but there was this one girl once who really made me feel bad when she told me that she had a dream about me and I was under her covers and I was like a snake monster that came for her.
No,
And I
gosh.
didn't know her, and she just told me this story like I had done it, and like there was
And
something
everyone
I
called
should
you gay
apologize
for 5 years.
Yeah, and I was just like,
Sorry, just to, because we're on video and we're being. I don't think being gay is bad. I think being bullied for being gay is bad. Just to clarify that.
yeah. Well, I think that's what she was implying with also some creepiness or something. But I was just quiet, so I didn't know what to say back
And it,
to
like,
her.
comes out of nowhere, right?
Came out of nowhere.
And then you
I've
have no,
never
like-
spoken to this bitch. Like I don't.
You're like, no, I wasn't
wasn't a
in your
snake.
bed. Yeah, I wasn't a snake monster.
I'm not a snake. I'm not in your bed. Sounds like you want me to be. Like
It does
you're the
sound like
one
you
having
want-
dreams about me.
You're the
Missy.
weirdo, but they'll twist it, right? And they're like,
Like-
that Helen girl is so creepy. She
Sorry.
visits me in my dreams every night.
Sorry, I keep you up at night.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Like a pop
Do you think
star
she's-
moment for
do you
you.
think she's gay now?
Who isn't gay now?
No.
Oh, her.
Her.
Yeah, she is actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, she totally is. She's with a lady.
asked
I was
for
just
an
her first
apology.
crush.
Yeah, your first crush. It's really cool.
In like a very
Yeah, you should blast her.
bully-ish way.
You should blast her.
You should.
I tried to write a joke about it, but it never really worked. I just told the story, and I felt like it didn't go as well as it did just now.
You're like, so you guys aren't equally invested in this childhood trauma that I had that I don't know how to rework to make you laugh. What
She's gay, you guys.
Come on, it worked out for
She
her.
wants me.
Her dream came true, not with me, but
Anyone else? Christian? Bullying stories?
or school bus stories, or track meet stories. I
Blatant.
think.
Homosexuality bullies? Homosexual bullies? I said that very weird.
I mean, just bullying for sake of bullying. I don't know. Kids are sort of just like that. I remember in school just sort of being like,
Okay, thank you.
woo. I got
I'm still bullied by children
Sick.
to this day.
Yeah.
They are just like that.
They are. It's sort of like getting sucked into like the in old cartoons, whenever there's a fight, there's like a cloud with fists coming out. It just sort of felt like getting
Xylophone noises.
yeah. It's like they're just roughhousing. That's not for me. I just want to doodle.
I kind of like it, like when I'm nannying and I've seen the videos of like parents that want to be mean to their kid, but like only the other kids can, or only the sibling can, and the sibling will, and you're just like, yeah, like, oh, I wanted to smack that kid too, but you can't because that's inappropriate.
Well, I got such mixed signals about that growing up. Like at home, it'd be like, "Hey, if you get hit, don't be a dummy, fight back." So then I did, and then they're like, "You dummy, you should have just told someone instead of fighting." And I'm like, "I did what you told. Well, I'm in trouble either way, man.
Yeah.
Catholic guilt is gonna suck for the next 13 years." You know?
I do know.
Yes. Yeah.
It gets to the point where you do. I just like I would. My mom took it into her own hands too often.
Oh my goodness,
And then you
Mom.
just learn not to tell your mom anything ever.
You gotta be a friend to make a friend, Cody.
You gotta be a friend. No, that wasn't. No, the opposite direction where like Ty poked me in the throat really hard, and then she tells his mom, and then he gets mad at me, and it's like that's not how I wanted this to
No.
go. I was just looking for a confidant.
Yeah, you never tell your
Oh
mom.
my
You never tell your
goodness.
mom.
You can always just like I don't know if Karate Kid would be the metaphor here, but you can just like if you get bullied for something, you can beat them at something they're passionate about. Because then like, beat me up, you're still not good at the thing, you meanie.
I can get your crush to like me. I remember I was called to the principal's office so that the principal can inform me that I was being cyberbullied because I didn't have a Twitter. And he's like, I don't know if you know this, but they are coming for you.
Wow.
And you weren't even cyberbullied until he brought it to your attention.
What a dummy. You're like blissfully unaware, and they're just like, hey, I need you to know everyone hates you.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, cool. I guess I got to get a Twitter now to defend myself.
Were you guys ever the bullies? Or did you feel bad?
Yeah,
about-
you win some, you lose some, I think.
Yeah, I was very unhappy at boarding school, and so I was very mean to my roommate.
And when did you decide to stop bullying people, Cody? Was it recently or is it still to come?
It takes a while for each new group, but I learned. I learned over years.
It was from me shaming him.
It was from
No,
Helen
I'm just kidding.
shaming
Cody's
me.
not mean to me specifically anymore.
JK, he's very nice. He's very sweet. I have one. There was a gal who was kind of weird, and I had just let another weird person into our lunch group, and I regretted it. And because they were a real pain in the ass, and so this second weird person was like talking to me after class one day, and we had answered the same question at the same time with the same answer, and she was like, "Great minds think alike, eh?"
Catchphrases.
And I was like, "Heck yeah!" And then she was like, "Hey, by the way, my only friend has a different lunch than me, and what are you doing
You're
for
like,
lunch?"
Fuck, I hate
And
this
I
kid.
was like, "I'm going to the bathroom for lunch," and then
I saw it in the movies and I really like it. I
And I
want to eat on the toilet.
and I
Seems
didn't I didn't welcome her into the group, and she knew it, and I knew it, and I regret it to this day. I think about it every time I see anyone with the same bone structure, a similar name, a similar voice.
Yeah, she was coming for your spot. I think you
she
made
was
the
cool.
right choice.
I think she was actually cool, and I let the wrong person in a week before.
Oh, you were...
I don't know. I just didn't want
You were scarred.
to have another person who devoured the conversation with their very obscure, annoying
You're like, they barely let
topics.
me hang out with them. I can't invite my active doppelganger to the
my
group.
friends were already pissed at me for letting the other one in.
There's a peer review process. I'm not allowed to do the invites.
But then I watched this other girl throughout the years, and I was like, gosh, you're cool. I wish I had lunch with only you.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
goodness, where's she at
You gotta
now?
let everyone in. Your heart's a big tent.
Your heart's a big tent.
Well,
Let
sorry,
everyone
I'll
in.
forward your
It's
contact
a
info to the hiring manager of the friend group, but it's not up to me.
Yeah, exactly. I actually
I can
don't
put
work
in
in
a
Well,
good
I
word
was
for
in
you.
hot water. All right.
There's
I
a gap
was-
in your resume.
I was
of
in
eating with
danger of
people.
being ousted. All right. I really fell from greatness real quick. That's all it takes. Should I do 5 to 6 minutes of my brand new, written today, not memorized hurricane stuff, or 5 to 6 minutes of reliably good stuff? I'm thinking hurricane.
I'm thinking hurricane.
I mean, if you feel it in the moment, you should go for it. I think
Yeah.
that the general strategy is to sandwich new jokes, but I mean, if you have them, if you're excited about them, I think you should do that.
I'm not.
that.
Well, I like them, but I just don't know them. You know.
it's a free show.
I still don't know.
Wah wah.
I don't know. I was saying 15 to 20% of the set should be like the hurricane. I don't know.
What's
You don't
15
wanna
to
bum 'em
20
out
on 5 to 6? Because I'm like, I don't know. Some jokes weren't even about it, but I can't do them now because this has bummed everyone out, which is also a weird position to be in.
I'm
Right.
excited. Well, because we did the backyard show, and I had this because I have the preppers joke already, and I was gonna do a hoarder joke about you have these doomsday emergency foods that you just still never eat. It's like I have canned meatloaf, thank God, in case the end times come.
As you should, though. You should always have non-perishables on deck.
Yeah, but you're still not going to eat them, even when the end times come, because it's gross and you don't like it.
I'm glad you've never been that hungry of this
We're
MRE
doing
might
Ryan's
slap
podcast.
today.
I'm the guest host.
I've been that hungry. I haven't been that okay with unsafe foods. It's that thing where my body is starving, but my brain just won't. Might just won't
you
do
don't have
it.
the appetite.
And don't
Yeah,
you
that
watch
sucks
so
when it
many
happens.
YouTube cooking shows about these exact moments where you're like, the secret ingredient is canned meatloaf. Here's how we would zhuzh it up. And then you go, I think I know how to, but...
But the internet is down, so I'll never know for sure.
That was like me learning how to slow cook a raw chicken on day one of this disaster.
Oh my God.
It
was great.
It was
On a
great.
camping
It
stove?
only took
What?
5.5 hours.
Did you have an oven?
No. I bought a raw chicken the day before in preparation for the
Fuck,
storm.
dude.
In preparation for the storm, I bought a raw chicken
That's what you want.
And a lighter.
and a lighter.
You can use the chicken as bait to catch bigger animals. See how big it can go.
Neighborhood dog.
Get some groundhogs.
Well, that's the funny part about
Still have to
Survivor
cook 'em.
too, since we're talking about Survivor so much and you guys just love talking about it. They'll get the chickens as a reward for whatever.
Oh
It
yeah,
doesn't
for
matter.
a challenge, they'll get a chicken,
but
and then it's like, okay.
They don't do anything with it, and then they just end up feeding the chickens all of their worms.
Okay, they've eaten it a couple times.
2 or 3 times, but most of the time somebody in the group is like, no, it's so cute, I need a friend, and then they just don't.
I mean, they're all like 22-year-old influencers who like don't know how to do anything.
Oh yeah, it's the guys. They actually don't care about the chicken. They're just like, I don't want to be on national television trying to process a chicken for the first time.
Yeah, you're just pretending it's cute.
Do I leave the beacon?
Yeah.
No, it's too cute to eat.
And then you also
like, stomach's
you
like,
also can't trust the editing room because it's like, what if they splice it to looks like he's sleeping with it? Just because you know how they always make these shows all gross.
Mm-hmm. Sleeping with the chicken.
Yeah, in the editing room, like this'll go viral. You like what? Do you ever watch documentaries about people that have been in reality shows and how not at all what they signed up for it was?
I don't think so.
I've heard
neither.
Confessions of it, like, hey, they paid us. Basically, it ended up being like $2 an hour, and we only got fed alcohol and no water, no food, and they're like, oh yeah, that's why everyone's so crazy on reality TV shows is because they deprive them of just human basic needs.
I thought they had alcohol. I didn't know that they were like, this is all you're getting until we get some footage.
Yeah, I can't remember what show.
No, that's true. I was being too dismissive of like the whole like 22-year-old influencer. They are also all being actively starved and like a camera shoved in their face, and
there was one that
I don't know,
one lady
having
that
to wear like
went
bikinis
on,
and shit.
and she was like, I hate the beach and sand, and I have sensory issues, and I can't even carry a bucket of water. Like, she's like, I just want to be on the show so bad.
I feel like I would be okay, except for the fact that I would not sleep a single night. So like on day 3, I would just be like, I can't do it.
I would just have to make sure that I wasn't going to get my period in the 28 days.
I'm like, I think
Because I would just they would vote me off immediately.
yeah, horror show.
They'd be like, so you're like screaming a lot.
You're like, this is Nickelodeon, bitches. Splatter.
Oh my God.
Slime. There we go.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
Well, at least that means you get to go home early and you might be an icon out of it.
Yeah. Oh my
Just
gosh.
spear
Just
the
a
other
feminist
contestants down.
icon. Yeah.
I'm sort of hoping Ryan gives us the go-ahead to wrap it up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, what's that? We're good here. We're done.
Ryan, can we wrap it
What's
up?
that?
All right.
Let's just get the next. I'll get the next rotation in here, but I have to come this way because of the court.
Good night.
I gotta get my set ready. Oh.
Yeah, everybody's got to go. I'll do the outro monologue. Well, it was a great show. We learned a lot about 5 of the comics on the show, and that's what we wanted. If there were more, it would be too much. We'll be coming back to you next week when Ryan interviews President Trump like Theo Von did. That'd be cool if Donald Trump did Ryan's podcast.
I don't want it to bring that sort of foot traffic to town again because
That's
it
true.
was brutal the first time.
Yeah, but it'd be a good credit for Ryan.
Well,
Ryan, can we wrap it up?
Hit the little like, smash that MF subscribe, and tap the little bell so you get
Remember to
notified.
comment.
We finished the audio first because then I do the Scanner Darkly at the end.
Okay. Beep ba doop ba doop boop beep ba boop. And we're out.